The Bonhamsauction has all the classics like the Rolls-Royce Phantom II in the background and this beautiful Chrysler, but it ranges from the new to the very old. Let's take a closer look at some of what's here. Before horsepower, there was horsepower. In 1895, this is the way you got around Europe. The driver and a passenger sat there, other passengers sat there, and the way on those dark European roads was lit like this. This is an 1895 horsed carriage. If you want cute, how about this 1959 Fiat 1200 TV Roadster? Just enough room for two on a beautiful Amelia Island day. Next to it is a 1962 Alfa Romeo Giulietta Spider. Again, an Italian classic, perfect for two. For more modern horsepower, how about a BMW Coupe, a fiberglass Kaiser Darren, America's first fiberglass sports car, and then a Lamborghini convertible. Here is the only one of its kind, a 1937 Bugatti Type 57C Cabriolet with bodywork by Van Pla. What makes it interesting is this is the only French Bugatti with a body by the great coach builder Van Pla. Look at the swoopy lines, the pontoon fenders, and then a Bugatti tradition, the engine-turned dashboard. One of the Van Pla design elements here is this beautiful cutaway door, perfect to put your elbow here, grab the beautiful woodroom steering wheel, and take a look at that view out there. Stunning with the engine-turned dashboard.
Incredibly special, incredibly rare. This is a weapons-grade Bugatti. You have absolutely the Grand Prix technology, very, very well designed, low slung chassis, beautiful coachwork. They built only 40 or so of these cars. This one has not been on the public market ever, to our knowledge, and it's really a rare opportunity.
And the Van Pla coachwork is the one of only one, right?
It's the only one, absolutely. It's the car that was featured in the catalogue for the British market. It's a proper touring car. We're not talking about a drop-head coupe here, we're talking about a real sports roadster.
And in case you're wondering or forget who made it, Van Pla is the name. And listen to that door. We know Maseratis now for ultra-fast luxury exotics, but in 1933 this 8C 3000 Biposto was a race car that was tearing up the roads of Italy and Europe. Room for one and a co-pilot, a beautiful boat tail, hiding the gas tank, and everything you need to play with right where you need it. This is about as beautiful as they get a 1937 Mercedes-Benz 540K Cabriolet. Look at the swooping bodywork, look at the long nose, look at those wire wheels. Short tail, luxury, and speed with a Grand Prix heritage. The Landau irons weren't just for show, they operate the top on a cold German day. That's a beautiful place to be. Look at the mother of pearl dashboard.
This may look like a classic old car, but guess what? It's actually a hybrid. The first hybrid, the only one ever made, long before Prius, long before Porsche, long before any electric gas car.
Well, this is absolutely documented and dated back to 1896, so we're talking 100 years before the modern hybrids that we see today. This is an incredible car. It is truly an electric and mechanical hybrid. It actually doesn't even have a crank handle start, as you might expect. It is starting alone on the electric system, and it's been recently recommissioned and made to work. It's officially dated by the British club that authenticates these things. And there you go, you've just seen it in action, Dan.
A Rolls-Royce being put in position before the Bonhamsauction. A perfect two-seater with a dicky or mother-in-law seat. AC/DC frontman Brian Johnson has one of these. It is an Auto Bianchi Bianchina Transformable. The Transformable is because it's a convertible. It is one of the growing number of microcars that was being built in Europe post-World War II and into the 1960s with a motor scooter engine and some weather protection. With all the variety of nations represented in the exotic cars, here's two Italian stallions. This one's a Maserati Bora. Take a look at this beautiful brushed steel roof. And then next to it, a Ferrari 308 GTB4. If it looks familiar, something similar to it was Thomas Magnum's on Magnum PI. This stylish nose looks like a car, but it's not. It's a 1934 Diamond T deluxe delivery truck, expected to be a high dollar item here at the Bonhamsauction. Oh, and who says work trucks can't be sexy? Take a look at this bed. Possibly one of the quirkiest sports cars here is the Israeli-built Sabra, Israel's only sports car. What makes this unusual or interesting?
Well, this car actually was bought by its current owner, who had lived in Israel for a number of years, and he'd been inspired, seen one of these cars in Israel, really wanted to own one, and he searched the globe actually and found this in Belgium, where surprisingly nearly a quarter of all of the production actually ended up as new. And this car had been the wife of the ambassador to the States in Brussels, and he acquired the car, and then I've actually watched the car being restored. I saw it literally with needing absolutely everything. It's been a 5-year job at least, and here it is, beautifully restored now.
Every auction has something really interesting, and here's one, a 1950 Buick, truly rare, done by Gene Howard. It is the epitome of a 1960s or 50s California custom. And if you don't like the outside, look at that button-tufted interior, room for 4 under that swoopy low roof line. This is a 1931 Hudson boat tail. You could put somebody in the back of this boat, or you could live in that beautiful Art Deco interior. But the truly most beautiful aspect of this car is from the front. Look at the two-tone, look at the chrome. We're driving on the road. From Autobianchis to Aston Martins to all of these beautiful cars at the Bonhamsauction, I'm Dan Scanlon for Jacksonville.com.